What up, though, y'all? It's your boy Bill. Y'all know the camp locked down right now. Some stupid stuff happened. I was working as a nighttime orderly for 12, tweaking, telling me get back to my cell. So I'm going back in the room.
Yeah, I like this one. Yeah. What the fees? 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 What the fees?
Let me close the door, cause they be tripping. Hold on, Miss G right there. What's up, Miss G? Now I just locked down, I locked the door. Let me get some ice when you get a second. Appreciate it, Miss G. So, in my cell, bro, been in this shit almost 10 years of my life. Feel me? It is what it is. Let's get to this story. Now, there is an individual by the name of Chucky Doll, AKA Evil Folks. So I talked about Evil Folks a little bit in another story, and I promised y'all that if I tell y'all some of the things that Evil Folks have done, you would think I'm lying, right? Hold on, the police letting us come out the room again. I'm about to finish this downstairs, hold on. Yeah, when I say an evil little bastard, bro, I really mean that from the bottom of my heart, right? And I mean, I guess once upon a time I had love for folks, you know what I'm saying? Like I done rolled with them, I done been on that line with them, but I just know, bro, it's just certain levels of evilness. It's just certain stuff within people, bro, that, you know, just anybody don't do certain things, bro. So it was a guy in the dorm that was responsible for dealing with any form of money. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with my guys. You know what I mean? When I say any type of money, I mean, you know, the guys usually got a box. So the guys might say, we're gonna make sure we got this amount of money, or we're gonna make sure we got this much food stacked up. So, you know, if we ever in a state of emergency and we starving like Marvin and 12 done took our store call, we still got food. Or if the guy's trying to get some money and they say, hey, we need to run up $500 so we can go invest in this, then they gonna start with store card, build it up, cash flow it out. But what every single individual at all moments that participates to that box have the right to do is go ask to check it at any moment. I can randomly walk up and be like, hey, let's count that box. And they keep a list of every item that goes out, every item that comes in. They keep tabs on everybody that owe it, every single penny. And if I'm responsible for the money and somebody randomly come up to me and like, hey, CBL, let's check that box out. And then, you know, something ain't right with it or something don't add up. If I don't make it make sense, I could be in violation. Little dude named Ross, skinny, dark skinned dude. He kind of short, he about the same size as Evil Folks. Evil Folks was the second in command. He was the assistant of the guy that really had all of the pool. I hope this don't sound like a joke or a prank or just sound like I'm over exaggerating or whatever, bro. Like, this man, Evil Folks, literally, like, he gets mad at people and I guess for whatever reason, think about removing their body parts. Like, I just told a story about he was trying to cut a dude private part off. Like, bro, they call a meeting earlier, everybody go in there. Allegedly, somebody pulled up on Ross and told him to do a box check and it was like $6 short. So they got him in there. Now the meeting gets held in his room. Once we get in there, when I walk in, I see Evil Folks standing next to Ross. Ross going through the box, he got the pad and the pen in his hand. And he just going over every single item, pulling it out, throwing it on the bed, one by one, marking it off the list. All I know is when I got in there, everybody was quiet for about the first Took about 5 minutes before somebody said something, and then that's when Evil Folks was like, okay, so it's still $5.98 missing. Where is that at? So Ross was looking crazy. Like he trying to figure out where it's at. So Evil Folks was like, bro, you got called out. So Ross sitting there like, bro, I don't know, bro. I don't know if somebody came and stole something out the box, bro. I just don't know. Evil Folks was like, listen, bro, you the only one with a lock to this box. Ain't nobody else got access to this box but you. So if you been eating stuff out the box, crediting the people you ain't had no business crediting it to, whatever it is, come on, man. Whatever it is you been doing with this food out of this box, bro, tell me now. You're still gonna get violated, but tell me right now, and your violation is gonna be basic. I'm gonna just make you exercise. Now that was a violation. Folks will make your ass work out. And for an unathletic person, working out is not appealing at all. He said, if anything going on, if you did anything, bro, you know you ain't had no business doing that I could possibly find out about one day. Tell me now. Tell me now, bro. And I'll just make you do an exercise. But lie to me and let me fuck around, find out you lying to me, folks, you gonna have your violation gonna be terrible. So Ross like, I swear to God, bro, I don't know, bro. I'm telling you, I don't know, bro. Woo, woo, woo. So Evil Folks take the paper and go over every single item up until it was all even. He goes over item for item, trying to pinpoint the last $6 that went MIA. So he pinpointed exactly when everything was calculated as even in there. And after that, he sat there for a minute, sitting like this. He said, didn't I see you drinking a Sprite a few hours ago? So Ross went to looking stupid. He said, bro, I seen you drinking a Sprite a few hours ago. Am I right or am I wrong? He said, no, you right, G. He said, okay, where you get the Sprite from? He said, off my store card. Evil Folks said, okay, pull out your store sheet and let me see it. Because if you was drinking a Sprite a few hours ago and you was called out on it being $6 missing today, if you don't show me a Sprite on your commissary list, that means the Sprite was taken away from this. That was the extra dollar that topped it off at $6. So show it to me on your store card list when you order the Sprite. So Ross like, gee, I think I made a trade with somebody. I ain't buy no Sprite, but I think I traded something. Who you traded it with? He like, bro, I traded it with one of the brothers. Who he traded the Sprite with? Who gave him a Sprite? Ain't nobody say nothing. And I ain't gonna lie, I felt kind of, I slick wanted to say, bro, I trade. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, I don't want to get caught up in that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? If you did something you ain't had no business doing, folks, I don't want to get caught up in acting like you gave me this and then you already sound, you already telling dumb lies. Your lies ain't even making sense now. So I don't want to get caught up in it and then these folks be trying to have me in that same batch, you know what I'm saying? He was like, okay, so you just lied again. And you lying on the G. You lying on the G. So I'm asking you, who did you trade it with? Where did the Sprite come from? Bro, one of the other brothers that's in the back, now him and Ross done got into it a few times. And Ross exposed it multiple times. Dude named Drip. Ross exposed it multiple times that Drip was mad because Ross would never just let him, like he'll want to get stuff and be like, don't write it down, bro, because it's going to add interest. He'd be like, don't write it down, bro. Just let me get it, fuck with me. Let me bring it back to you. And Ross would never do it. Ross like, hell no. So whenever they used to get into it loud and publicly, he used to always, expose it to everybody like, man, that nigga mad because he tried out the blue and say, he said, shit, G, early that morning before everybody even woke up, I seen that boy had a big cup of Kool-Aid and he had a bowl of oatmeal. I watched him put 4 packs of oatmeal in the bowl. Shit, where he get that from? Evil Folks looked at him. He said, G, you had a big ass cup of Kool-Aid and 4 packs of oatmeal in the bowl this morning? Ross went to look. I looked at bro like, man, Drew, you lame as hell, bro. Everybody kind of looked at him like he was lame for that. Ross was sitting there looking stupid. Evil Folks was like, I'm asking you a question, bro. So Ross was like, yeah, G. He like, where did it come from? Show it to me on your store card. Like, bro, I think I threw my store card away, bro. He talking about the sheet, the receipt. He's saying he think he threw it away. He don't have it no more. Folks like, all right, I got you. I'm about to get your violation together. I'm about to do it the right way on paper. I'm about to get it together. Evil folks make Ross pack up all that stuff, all that commissary, and gave it to Drip, the same dude who said he seen him doing whatever it is he was doing. They gave it to Drip, and bro, like 2 days went by. Nothing happened. Evil folks say he was processing the paperwork. I don't know what he had going on, but I know it was something flaky. So I get up early one morning, brushing my teeth, get myself together, stick my head out the door. I see Ross out there busting laps, walking around the dorm. Ross is never out there early. I fully understand what it is though. He's nervous. He know evil folks be on the bullshit. He know he did some BS and he's just nervous, bro. He just don't know what the guys might got going on. I grabbed the Chris Brown CD, rolled one up, fired it up, stuck my head out the door. After I got done brushing my teeth, washing my face, of course, stuck my head out the door. I didn't scream his name because I didn't want, you know, whenever a person like that in a situation that got something going on, if I scream his name, it'll be a million brothers sticking their head out the door just to look, oh, for CBL calling him up there for. So I didn't say nothing, but I had my hand out the door. And when he looked in my direction, when he came back around this way, I just did like this, waving at him. And then he looked at me and then he came up there. When he came in the room, I said, what's up, G, you straight? He said, hell yeah, man, I can't even sit still. I said, I already know it. I said, what the hell you lied for, folks? I say, man, if you goddamn, you feel me, you ate some of that food, you fucked something up, nigga, you should have just said that. He said, gee, I ain't do that though, that's what I'm telling you. I said, well, why you couldn't explain none of the questions he was asking? Why you couldn't produce it or show it? He was like, man, I said, why you didn't, whoever it is that you traded and got the Sprite from, if you didn't take it out that box, why you ain't just say it? Man, to be honest, G, I ain't with that snitching shit. I feel like that's some police shit. I said, bro, you're not snitching on nobody for doing nothing wrong, nigga. If I trade you a fucking Pepsi for a Sprite and I'm being accused of stealing and I say I traded it and they say who you traded it with, nigga, I'ma say I traded it with Ross. I'm not snitching. You're not snitching, bro. Snitching is telling on something somebody did and they trying to hide from something and you finna get them in trouble. Nigga, that situation ain't snitching, you tripping. He was like, man, I don't know, bro. These niggas crazy, bro. I ain't got time for this shit. That's why I'm glad they took that box for me. I'm glad they took that box. I ain't got to deal with that shit no more. That's my violation and it's over with. And I'm thinking in my head, that's your violation. I said, evil folks told you that's your violation? He said, hell yeah. He said, that's my violation. I've been took out the treasury position. I'm like, oh, okay. But I'm thinking in my head, like, bro, that man is too much of the fucking devil for that to be your violation. But I left it alone. I didn't say nothing. I was just like, oh, okay, bro. You know what I'm saying? I let him hit the Chris Brown CD, kind of calm his nerves a little bit. A few minutes later, they called Chow Call. They go out there. I actually went out there too. I had to go run to the next building and do something. So when I'm over there, I went in the building on the same yard. Like we in A building, this is B building, but it's all on the same yard. As I'm running to go handle my business, one of the brothers beating on the window. So I look over there, I'm like, what's up, bro? He like, man, what type of games y'all playing? What type of ones y'all work? I say, who? He say, y'all GDs. I'm like, what? Fuck that nigga talking about? I'm like, bro, let me go drop this off. I'm about to come back and holler at you. So I run in the building, drop off what I need to drop off. I come back out here, run over here to the window. I kneel down to the window. I'm like, folks, what the hell he said? He say, man, y'all nigga lying, ain't really handling business. I said, what is you talking about? He like, nigga, they got it on paperwork talking about Ross. Ross went to the hole yesterday. He said, nigga, I just seen Ross leave out to go to breakfast. I said, who wrote it down? Who said Ross went to the hole? He said, man, evil folks sent out a memo saying, goddamn, Ross went to the hole last night. I was like, bro, I don't know about that. I'm about to go see. Bro, when I walked away, I got chills on my body. I knew what was going on. Bro, evil folks is planning some fuck shit to Ross. Bro, he lied. Him and the other higher ups, they know what's going on. They probably in on this shit together. He put it on paper to have proof to the memo that he sent out where everybody can see that Ross went to the hole this time and this date. He really did it. So when something fucked up happens to Ross later, if Ross try to appeal it and run it through the higher ups who's even higher than evil folks and his big folks, it's gonna look like Ross is lying and tweaking because it's already on paper. He went to the hole this time and this day, and he gonna have everybody on the compound going along with it. I said, oh shit. I'm stuck outside for a minute before the officer decides to come let me back in the dorm. Officer finally let me in the dorm. I go in my room, roll up another one. I done got nervous now because I know evil folks crazy, bro. I get up, now I go out there, I'm looking for Ross. I'm just looking around the dorm at him, trying to see if he in the dorm somewhere. I don't see Ross nowhere. I pull one of the brothers to the side. I'm like, say, G, come here. He come over there. I said, what the hell Ross at? I went to his room, I don't see him. He don't even know for real. He talking about Ross went to the hole. So I guess when they went out there to chow, you know, whatever evil folk, maybe they didn't do nothing crazy to him. Evil folks probably told him, pack your shit, go to the hole. Or he probably put the press on him, pulled out a candy bar on him, whatever the case, and made it, you know, whatever he said, whatever he did to him. And Ross just said, fuck it, and went to the hole. Now I feel 100 times better because I'm like, at least evil folks ain't did nothing to him. You know what I'm saying? A couple hours later, I hear evil folks screaming, who got a bug, man? Who got a bug? Fuck with me on the bug, man. I'll pay you $2, $3. Who got a bug, man? Who got a bug? Now, a bug that he's asking for is a piece of metal that's wired up and it got a long cord to it. The thick metal part, you drop one end in the water, the other part you plug each side into the wall and it starts boiling. And that's how people use to cook. Whenever you're trying to, like, you might take this bag of noodles right here, pour it in the little thing, drop it in that hot water, shit, it's gonna be like you boiled it. So that's what they use to cook. Now, I got a hot water bug. Honestly, I don't cook much. I usually pay somebody to cook for me, but I just don't be liking to let them niggas borrow my stuff, bro, because they don't never return your property the way you give it to them. That's one thing I'm learning about life, even outside of prison, bro. You let a nigga use your bathroom, he not gonna clean it the way you would clean it. You let a nigga drive your car, he's not gonna take care of it the way you take care of it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, every time I let one of the guys borrow my bug, every time it come back, one of the wires loose, or either they don't bring it back, it take them forever. I got to go ask them what's up with my bug, or it's just always something. So when I hear evil folks saying that, I don't say nothing. I'm just acting like I ain't paying them no attention. So Drip finally come to my room, knock on the door. I'm like, what's up? He come in the room, he like, love, G. I'm like, love, what the business is? He like, hey, evil folks said, let them borrow your bug real quick, G. Nigga trying to cook something. I said, shit, I ain't got one, bro. So he looked straight at it on the floor, bust out laughing, talk about, see, you some bullshit. So I kick it under my bed. I'm like, man, tell evil folks I ain't got it no more. Shit, I don't know what happened to it. He like, see, man, you some bullshit. Come on, G, I think he trying to cook something. I'm like, that ain't got nothing to do with me. You feel me? I ain't got one. Because I know evil folk don't take care of a nigga property for real. He leave out, he gone back about his business. About 3 minutes later, somebody knock on the door again. See, Bill? I'm like, yo. He like, evil folk, G. I'm like, what's up, bro? He come in the room. He smiling. He got a stupid, bro. It's something about his smile, bro. And then, like, I don't know if his two front teeth are pushed back some and these kind of come out past it, or if these fangs got a teeth on it, but it's something very funny about his teeth. He smiling. Let me borrow your bug real quick, G. Nigga trying to make a little song, folks. Let me borrow the bug real quick, G. I'm like, bro, you don't know how to take care of a nigga property, bro. Last time I let you borrow the bug, he said, G, come on, bro. On GDN, I'ma bring the bug back. How much you want? You want me to give you $6, 6 something, 8, 9, 10? What you want? What you want? I'm like, you ain't got to pay me, folks. Just return my property. Make sure it's in a, condition it was in when a nigga gave it to you or whatever. He like, G, on GDN. I'ma bring your property back. So I reach under the bed, grab it, give it to evil folks. I say probably a good 30 minutes went by. Knock on the door again. I'm like, damn, what these niggas want today? God damn. I'm like, yo, what up, though? Door swing open. It's Drip again. He like, say, G, meeting at evil folks room real quick, mandatory. I'm like, man, come on, bro. So I'm leaving out the room. I see all the other guys coming from all kind of directions. Bro, we get down there to evil folks' room. As I'm walking closer and closer to the door, all I know is I see a pair of shoes, some legs on the floor. Like, the fuck? We get in here, bro. We get about right here in the cell. His brothers surrounded everywhere. His brothers everywhere, all over the cell. I step in right here. I'm like right here. The plug is back here in the wall. When I seen them legs, when we came in this cell, bro, Ross was in here on the ground, bro. When I walked in the cell, Ross was in here on the ground. Evil folks was standing up in the middle of the cell, smiling. Ross' hands was tied behind his back. His feet was tied together. They pulled the door up. Keep in mind, the hot water bug is right here in the back boiling. Smoke coming up from it. Evil folks said, I'm gonna let y'all niggas know right now, I'm finna be number one instead of number two. He talking about with his position. So when I really realized it was Ross, that let me know the brother that told me he went to the hole, he's so not in tune, not paying attention to his surroundings. He's going based off what they done told him. He like, this fucking traitor right here. He say, number one, this nigga is not GD. Number two, this nigga lying on the business, putting that on the boss and he lying. So he got to get the ultimate motherfucking violation. And number three, that nigga said, I'll never forget, bro. Well, number four, whatever. He was saying like number one, this, number two, number three. When he got to like about number four, bro, that nigga said, and number four, ain't now nigga in this room saying shit. Now, nigga. That nigga went to the hole yesterday. He said, for an nigga who ain't gonna stand on that, that's the only option I'm finna give you. You can pack your shit and go to the hole right now. And I ain't got no issue with you. Pack your shit and go to the hole. Just because you don't want to stand on it. Pack your shit, go to the hole. I said, hey, pardon me, G. I don't think that's right, bro. If anything, nigga, get on his ass, send him to the box. You talking about pouring some boiling hot water down his throat, G. You just going too far with it, bro. He said, CB, you can pack your shit and go to the hole if you want to, G. He said, you ain't gonna get violated. Hell, I ain't even gonna write it up. But if you ain't finna stand on this business with me, nigga, when this nigga's a traitor, when this nigga wasn't even GD for real, this bitch ass nigga, I'm like, where the paperwork at, folks? He like, hey, CB, either you with it or you ain't, G. Either you with it or you ain't, G. Either you with it or you ain't, G. And shit, I don't think you is, CB. I think you about need to pack your shit and go to the hole. But it's your choice. It's totally up to you. So basically, in so many words, what he was telling me is, if you're not about to sit here and watch me do this to him and play stupid like it never happened, then we probably gonna do something similar to you, or we might kill you, or we might just fuck you up real bad, bro. And this is a nigga I done put my life on the line for. This is a nigga I done stood in the paint with before. I just told him one more time, I said, G, that's fucked up, bro. I'm telling you, that's fucked up, G. And I told him I'm gone. Man, I went back and packed my shit up for real. Feel me? You got me fucked up. I'm not, hell no. I went to the room, packed my property up. When I was coming back out the room, one of the guys popped out the room. They said, CBL, what you doing, folks? I said, what you mean? He said, nigga, you going out bad, nigga. I said, how the fuck I'm going out bad? He said, nigga, what you going to the hole for? I said, bro, you finna sit in there and watch them do that to folks? He like, man, business is business, bro. That nigga goddamn. I'm like, how do you know? Everything he's telling you, how do you know? What paperwork have you seen? The only thing you know for sure is 9 times out of 10, folks was eating out the box and fucked up $6 that any nigga can cover. How do you know all this shit evil folks saying true? Why did evil folks write it up and say that bro was gone yesterday? He's lying. He just want to do some wicked ass shit, bro. And y'all niggas just gonna sit there and watch that? So bro, like, man, you tripping, bro. Nigga, fuck you. I leave and go to the hole. Man, I went to the hole later on that day, bro. They said they locked the compound down. And the orderly came in there. We was in A building. The orderly came in there, bro. And everybody was like screaming, hollering. He's like, I got to go back to the dorm, man. Lockdown. So everybody screaming, what the fuck they locking the camp down for? What they locking the camp down for? And bro, I will never forget, bro. That nigga said, they say them GDs and A building burnt the nigga throat out his mouth. And bro, when I heard that, that shit hurt me though. Cause I knew what was going. You feel me? Man, that shit fucked me up, bro. 4 of them niggas ended up coming down there. And it's so funny, Evil Folks wasn't one. He was not one of them that came down there, but they ended up putting one of them in my room, one of the dudes that was just standing there or whatever. And bro, that nigga said, when I went to asking him what happened, bro, that nigga said, when I went to the hole, he said, Evil Folks gave everybody else one more option for anybody else that wanted to leave. He said, one of the other brothers, old school, he left. He was like, fuck that, I ain't with that shit, bro. And, bro, the man say he had a few people hold face, head, everything, positioning his face, squeezing his jaw so that his mouth is open. Say Evil Folks unplugged the hot water bucket, dropped the hot water bug on the floor, grabbed the bucket, covering his hand with shirts from the top and from the bottom, and held that bitch over Ross' mouth, bro, and started pouring that shit in his mouth. Bro told me it seemed like, bro, he said when he first started pouring it, the man Ross was crying before any water even touched him. He said the man was screaming so loud and hard, bro. He said it damn near brought tears to his eyes. And he was like looking at me and he was like, gee, that nigga Evil Folks need to die, bro. He need to die. He was like, bro, that man was smiling the whole time. He said when the hot water went into Ross's mouth, bro, you know, Ross was already screaming and doing all this. He said as soon as it seemed like a little bit, half a second worth poured in his mouth, he said red stuff started coming back up. So that water was so hot, sitting there boiling, I guess it burnt. I don't know if it burnt something, you know, burnt his throat or burnt the inside of his mouth, but that nigga said as soon as that nigga went to pouring that water, that nigga said blood, red stuff started coming up out of Ross' mouth. And he said Ross screamed and snatched so hard that Evil Folks, you know what I'm saying, he eventually broke out of that little thing, and Evil Folks was still trying to pour the shit on him. But the brothers who was holding him, the water was hitting their hands and it started burning and they had to let him go. And that's when Evil Folks stopped pouring it and was laughing the whole time. And Ross jumped up screaming. He said the man was bleeding from inside his mouth like it was coming from out his throat. Little pieces of his face was like peeling and starting to bleed and stuff, bro. And yeah, that's what happened after I left, bro. And Evil Folks never got caught for it, bro. I guess Ross never wanted to tell him. He was terrified of Evil Folks. And I don't know what ended up happening to Ross. I know he was in medical, then he got transferred, and then the other brothers that came to the hole, including my roommate who told me, they all went to the tier program and did like 10 months. So everybody kept it solid. Ain't nobody tell on Evil Folks. But I just had to tell y'all a story or two or three about Evil Folks, bro, and the most wickedest shit he used to do. It's your boy Bill, I'm gone. And that's why I stress, bro, do not get yourself caught up in a situation, because bro, niggas will work one so bad, they'll do some of the most evil things, bro, because they be mad at they self for having all that time, or whatever they reasoning is, they be feeling some type of way towards they self, you know what I'm saying? So, bro, it's best to just do the right thing, bro. It's your boy Bill, I'm gone.